Hi, welcome to this quick tutorial about contingent liabilities. A contingent liability is not an actual liability. Instead, it's a potential liability that depends on the future outcome of past events. Examples of contingent liabilities are future obligations that may arise because of lawsuits, tax disputes, or alleged violations of environmental protection laws. The principle of conservatism requires that companies avoid painting too rosy a picture of their financial positions. The Financial Accounting Standards Board, FASB, provides these three guidelines to account for contingent liabilities. First, accrue or make an adjusting entry for a contingent liability if it's probable that the loss will occur and the amount can be reasonably estimated. Warranty expense is an example. Another example is a lawsuit that has been settled as of the balance sheet date but has not yet been paid. When we accrue for a liability, we also disclose it. Second, disclose a contingency in a financial statement. Note if it's reasonably possible that a loss will occur. Lawsuits in progress are a prime example. They will be disclosed if the loss is reasonably possible. Finally, there is no need to report a contingent loss that is unlikely to occur. Instead, wait until an actual transaction clears up the situation. Frivolous lawsuits are an example of this type of contingent liability. Now let's go through an example. A few years ago, it was discovered that Volkswagen intentionally programmed its car's diesel engines to activate some emission controls only during laboratory emissions testing. As a result, several contingent liabilities arose for Volkswagen. For example, Volkswagen announced that it would be giving gift cards to U.S. Volkswagen car owners. It also announced that it would be making up financial fixes to its cars. It also faced penalties from regulators. It also faced lawsuits, some of which had no merit or were frivolous. So let's walk through whether Volkswagen would have accrued, disclosed, or not reported these contingent liabilities. For the gift cards to U.S. car owners, Volkswagen would have accrued for this potential contingent liability. Remember that it will also disclose if it accrues for it. Mechanical fixes to cars, Volkswagen would have accrued for this contingent liability as well and disclosed it. For the penalties from regulators, Volkswagen would have disclosed the probability of penalties, but it would not have been able to accrue for them since the amount of the penalties was not known yet. Volkswagen would not disclose any frivolous lawsuits. Okay, that's it. We're done. This video was created and narrated by Dr. Wendy Tietz. Have a great day.